So he decides that he likes telling stories and instead signs on and starts being a journalist. Okay, and starts writing for newspapers. Now, we know that he wrote as a reporter and a journalist. We also know that he wrote fiction. There was overlap. Those were not distinct phases of his life. In fact, in one rather horrifying example, he put out a story of a massacre, right? A man who had, killed his family and neighbors and all this sort of stuff and put it out there as a news story, shocked the whole state. Everybody's talking about this. He just made it up.
Never happened.
Never happened. So yes, he was already deep into fiction writing while still a reporter.
Now, to be fair, it wasn't... We had not yet arrived at this idea of journalism as this noble freedom-loving
the
profession.
guardians of
the
truth.
guardians of truth. Comfort the afflicted and afflict the comforted, or whatever it is. That had not yet arrived. This was very much in the time of journalists being, to a large extent, agitators and causing almost as much trouble as they happened upon. So,
Which he did.
Yeah, so it's not entirely out of character for a journalist of the time, but still, oof. Oof.
It was way bad. This is also where he discovered his deep and abiding love of snark and attacking and ridiculing and mocking with the choicest sarcasm anyone and everyone in power. Okay? Anyone who took themselves too seriously was a target for Mark Twain. Okay? And many of these pseudonyms that we brought up, right? The whole Josh thing, right? Josh used to mean to mock somebody, right? I'm just joshing you.
Joshing
right?
with you or whatever.
That's,
yeah.
That's why it was actually a pretty good pseudonym for him, right?
Okay.
He wrote under the name Josh, as in, I'm joshing you. Okay? And we won't spend too long on this. I absolutely could. There are endless stories of Mark Twain. But yeah, he would mock the rich. He would mock the politically powerful, and he would mock the religiously powerful. Right? All the time. Now, that being said, he mocked the rich for the lifestyle they led. As soon as he possibly could, he led that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay? He made all the money he could as fast as he could, nearly wrecked himself off of get-rich-quick schemes. Ironically, passing up, there's only, any new fancy technology he would invest in, just throw all sorts of money at. With one strange exception, there was one invention that the inventor came to him and said, "Hey, you should invest in this." And Mark Twain said, "I just can't see the market."
This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
The telephone.
Oh.
That was about the only newfangled tech he did not throw money at. And most of these other ones just failed horribly.
Well, why would anyone want this thing? Just to talk to people over long distances instantaneously?
Yeah, there's no market for it. So yes, did not invest in the telephone. But let me go into a little bit more detail about what I mean when I said I don't think he could even turn it off.
Quick sidebar.
All right, go for it.
So, he is well known.
Incredibly so.
For intensely criticizing everyone. But the one thing that he cannot stand is being criticized himself.
Oh,
He
hates
how
it. Dare you?
Literary critics, he's just filled with rage every time someone says anything remotely critical.
No, he was somewhat hypocritical in that he could definitely dish it. He could not take it. Like I said, he bashed the wealthy, lived wealthy anytime he could. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of that. But let me tell you about the love story, right?
Oh, okay.
He meets this guy on a trip across the Atlantic. And the guy pulls out a picture of his sister. And Mark Twain is like, ooh la la, that is the lady for me. All done, right? And begins to actively court this woman in person and by letter writing, which of course he's just an amazing writer. But she is upper class, okay? Her family's all sorts of fancy, and they do not approve of this guy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Guy from the wrong side of the tracks.
Pick one, yeah.
Or river, or...
Yeah, this river boy,
Yeah.
who makes his life making fun of people. And he was known for being a sensationalist. He would write his own flyers. Like when there was going to be an event, he would write the posters. And yeah, promise fireworks. There were no fireworks. And have things like, show starts at 7, trouble starts at 8. Right? And he would
boy.
He always had all these things. And so, yeah, not very reputable for the daughter of this high-class family. And But, she loves him. And the father, and she did. She really did. So the father asked, okay, can you get me some reference letters, some letters of recommendation? Can you get somebody to tell us in writing that you are a good and reliable person?
Let's see your references.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He gets letters.
Oh, no.
And gives them to the family. These letters included gems like, will end up in a drunkard's grave and will likely be hanged.
Oh.
And the father even has him like, do you not have a single friend who will say a kind word about you?
Well, yes, Thomas Jefferson Snodgrass.
And that's why I say I don't even know if he could turn it off, right? Even here, like, trying to impress the father of his beloved, trying to get his blessing to marry her, just could not resist one more joke.
Oh. Oh, no.
Luckily for him, we'll just finish up that story. There was one person who did vouch for him, and it was the brother, the guy he met on the steamboat.
Oh.
And so they were wed, had 3 daughters.
Aww.
And I'm not going to say too much more about that because it ends in tragedy.